Greetings, beloveds. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel. It's been some time. I've been away for a while, and well, here I am. My name is Aisha, coming to you from Bay Area, California. I am your local healer, muse, obviously tarot reader. I am your local everything. Homeschool mom. Oh God, workshop facilitator, author, and so much more. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been away, just taking care of business. Life has been life, and y'all know what I mean. And so, sometimes, spirit calls for you to kind of go into hibernation, take some much needed time away to go quiet. Again, just take care of you, self-care, right? Um, and so I just recently felt guided to come back to this for a multitude of reasons. One of those reasons being that I recently lost my father, and I hate saying that because I didn't lose anything. He's not lost. His soul is still very much alive. But he did choose to transition, and right before his 80th birthday. And I've been dreaming. And I always tell you guys, if you've ever listened to any of my messages, you know that I'm always saying that everything is a part of the reading. Spirit has just been giving me different things, pulling from different places, and so many miracles have been happening in between. But yeah, he transitioned very recently, just a couple days ago actually, and up until that time I had been dreaming, having all these dreams of him in a more youthful, more happy, almost like limitless energy, where I knew that you know, basically in spirit realm, I'll call it, he was whole. He wasn't experiencing the things he was experiencing here, the ailments, the sickness, the whatever. And it's almost like it was like, this feeling of accomplishment. Like I came here and I did it. And maybe this time my dad didn't necessarily find or gravitate to his awakening, but Spirit has just been telling me that over and over again, that our parents come here. For those of you who consider yourselves on this awakening path, right? You know what I'm talking about. Um, but our parents were so gracious, so wonderful, that they decided to bring us through, right? To create us in this manifestation of this particular physical matrix, and to bring us through the portal, knowing that it was at a sacrifice to them not necessarily awakening themselves, but because they were going to have woke ass children, okay? Dope ass children like you, like me. And so I'm just so thankful and full of gratitude, and that's all I can really say. There are no words, right now. All I can say is that I just feel like there was this release from bondage, a feeling of release from this prism, you know? And so while it is sad in a way for me to know that I can't physically touch, my father, now ancestor, again, and although knowing that they are here always, because energy is energy. It never dissipates, it never, disappears. It just transforms, right? Transmutes. So I'm very thankful, and I'm gonna leave it there so I don't get too emotional. But I just felt like in this transition, it was almost like a transition for me too, a push for me as well, just to get back to doing what I love, um, get back to being able to guide, to help, to heal. Like everything is pushing me to do that because I haven't even been doing my personal one-on-one healings until recently. So again, I did not say that in the beginning, but this video is even sponsored by Little Buddha Lounge, Oxygen Bar, and Salt Tavern here in Richmond, California. Also sponsored by Muse and Magic. Okay. Also sponsored by um, wow, I'm having a a brain fart. I think it's almost because I'm not supposed to mention that yet. So I'm going to say there's no accidents, no happenstances. I'm recording, my love. I'm recording. So that's my babies. They can't leave me alone. They just can't, every 5 seconds says, Mom, 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 right? So love them. But, um, so yeah, so I just felt guided to do this particular reading today for the twin flames. I'm trying to get back to that. Um, and, Spirit has opened the door for me to do some very different readings as well. So you will be seeing me. Um, And that's all I'm going to say about that. This is a new year, you guys. It's a new beginning. And gosh, I'm loving it at the same time, really feeling it because life has been life. And trust me, it has been pushing me and all of us really into these new energies. And sometimes with that comes death. And, of course, with transformation, there is normally with beginning some type of ending somewhere, an ending of a cycle. So I've definitely been experiencing that. It almost feels like, and I'm Scorpio too, like it's constant death and rebirth and transformation. So sometimes when that shit hits back to back to back to back, it just feels, I can't even say overwhelming because it takes a lot to overwhelm me. It takes a lot to wow me. I'm not one of those people who are even easily struck at all by stardom or any of that because I always feel like I too am a star, right? We're all stars in our own right. And so I'm never impressed by things, material things, or people with a lot of things, or lots of anything. I'm just kind of even keel because that's great, but there's so much more to life than just that. Because for many of us, life is life, right? So, yeah, let's jump right into this. I wanted to dive in today to what's going on with my divine masculines, because typically I know there's a lot of feminine energies that are actually kind of following this particular journey. I will say more so than the masculines, because many masculines are in that runner energy, and they're the ones who don't even know what's going on, don't even know they have twin flames, and if they do, they're running and rebelling from it, right? So, I'm going to do this for you, my feminines, because I know this is time. It's been a while, and you've been seeking for messages or something that can kind of um, console you, or maybe just give you truth, vision into this journey. Should I give up? Should I let it go? What the fuck is going on, right? Excuse my mouth. One thing my daddy gave me was his um, mouth. So, the old term, cuss like a sailor. And so that's definitely my shit. So if you are highly offended, you should probably uh, turn it off now. Okay. Um, but yeah, so what it looks like is happening right now is that we're going through so many different transformative energies as a collective. And of course, this is age of Aquarius. We know that. We know this is an age of, wow, just really getting through a lot of awakening energy. Like a lot of, even in the 70s, people were coming online, taking these trips and whatnot because they wanted to be in touch with some type of spirituality, right? Getting in touch with spirituality, waking up in some kind of way. To truth. And you see a lot of uproar right now with all these different, whether it's celebrities or whether it's our leadership, like things coming to light, right? Truth's coming out. Revolution, rebel, are the words that come up for me. So, sorry, you guys, I have to make my leg comfortable. Um, and then we're coming up on this full moon in Virgo, so that comes with its own healing energies, right? Things that need to be healed coming up. So I almost want to say, for some of you um, that might actually ring true for some of you if any of you are now coming back into alignment or coming back online with your with your twin other half, but I know for many of you watching this, you're still in separation, so that's why I felt I need to do this. I'm sorry, I know I hate videos with long introductions, but I just feel like I need to get this out before starting. As per usual, whenever I do a reading, I always start with a song. I almost hate doing that because I feel like sometimes that's also a thing with algorithms and whatnot, because I always get flagged for copyrighted stuff. But I just feel like that's my shit. Like I have, spirit communicates to me through music and song and movies and lyrics and sayings and phrases and quotes, right? And so I have to give that to you as well. So I'm just not willing to sacrifice that right now, but I'm sure if I did, I probably would get a lot more, exposure on here. But I'm not worried about that because I speak to the few if necessary. Whoever needs it stumbles across it. And I don't care if it's 5 of you, 500, or 50. Okay. So with that being said, this is Kenyon Dixon. A message from divine masculine to the feminine, and it could also work the other way around. So just take a listen. It's called Still Love You, I Still Love You by Kenyon Dixon. Okay, I will list that in the description box as well.
You got the best power, make me wanna hold you a little tighter every time I pull you closer. It's something to remind you, even in your worst day, I know you deserve it, so don't you ever try to be perfect. That'll never work, baby. I ain't never heard, cause I already know what you want. Back and forth every other day, while you like them. Getting you back, yeah, you be going back. Got some nerve, but I'll give you my last one. Same problem, you know I'm still love. I wanna walk away and just turn around. There isn't enough to say, cause I still love, I still love you. Even though you make me really feel the same sometimes. That'll never change, cause I still love, I still love you. Anytime, no way to special, never let you go. Take a breather, look right back in, even when I don't get you. Know that I was getting mad too, but even in your worst day, I know you deserve it, so don't you ever try to be perfect. That'll never work, baby. I ain't never heard, I already know what you want. Back and forth every other day while you act up. Getting you back, yeah, I ain't going back, no. Got some nerve, but I'll give you my last one. That ain't a problem, you know I'm still in love, yeah. I walk away and just turn around and everything that I'm saying, cause I still love, even though you make me really feel the same sometimes. That'll never change, cause I still love.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna kind of pause it right there. Okay, but again, that was Kenyon Dixon. I Still Love You. So, and I play all of my music from YouTube. So just makes it easier for me. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. I want to do a bit of a sound bath in behind me so that you guys can continue to get healing. I'm always doing the healings during the song, so if you see my hands kind of moving or whatever, I'm just sending energy for various things depending on how spirit guides me. So just bear with me. Okay. So what's going on with the divine masculine right now? Let me put my glasses on, y'all. Okay. So we have peacock. Okay, can you see that? Let's see. There we go. Uh, Peacock. We have August. So for some of you, August may kind of assure you that this could be someone with an August birthday. It could be Leo or December. Um, but these can also mean that there's a, those would represent, let me just tap into it. I'll just wishbone. Okay. February. Mm, Ram and rat. Okay. So what we're looking at right now, we're looking at this peacock energy, which is prideful energy. Someone who is very much full of pride. That probably definitely describes, I feel it, it describes many masculines right now. Still kind of in this energy of pridefulness, just an ego. Okay. Um, this could be an August birthday, February birthday, December birthday, but August, February, and December could be very meaningful for someone. It could be the time that you met or a time that, maybe the last time you separated, but for someone, it definitely holds some type of importance for you. Uh, but, ooh, I'm going to clarify this because this is February and I want to see what this is, what it's giving us for February, right? As we're going to the end of it. So maybe some of you have reconnected recently or have been experiencing some turbulence here, okay? Because this looks like a wind card, right? Which is winter, still or whatnot. Um, Valentine's just kind of came up, so maybe someone might have recently heard from their twin for the Valentine holiday. For others of you, it just kind of holds a very special place in your heart. Maybe you felt very sad um, and a bit winded, okay? Um, Wow. Okay. So we have this rat energy, which is telling me that there is someone in your energy, in the divine masculine's energy, I should say, that is definitely who doesn't have their best interest at heart. This is someone who is deceitful, who is not being extremely honest. It's almost like I don't know why stab in the back basically comes up for me, but it's someone who's basically working against you. Okay. The ram, which I wanted to clarify and I did, so I'll let you know who that is shortly. And then the ram is a very stubborn energy. So here, I wanted to clarify that. Who is working against the divine masculine? We have the death card in reverse, we have the three of pentacles in reverse, and we have this queen of cups. And I was like, well, how is that possible? Typically, Queen of Cups, we think of someone who's more loving, motherly, and whatnot. But that's what it is. This is someone who might be the mother of someone's children. This could be someone's actual mother or a stepmother, some type of motherly figure. This is someone who is obviously like affect. Something about this connection has a connection to someone's coins, someone's coin, someone's money, someone's wealth, someone's something having to do with their livelihood. So maybe this is a partner in business, it could be, but it can also represent someone who is attached to you now because when you have and this is also someone who there could be some type of spiritual connection, whether it's in a church type situation or whether it's just an actual spiritual, maybe even karmic connection. This could be someone who, what is really given me is someone who is connected because remember when you have children with someone, or you're married to someone, it's cheaper to keep her. So to even try to deal with the situation with someone who's deceitful, it takes strategy because you want there's always this automatic, inevitable energy of wanting to protect one's coins, especially if you're a masculine in a situation. Okay, this tells me though that there's something that is dead or dying, like the relationship is not really A couple things come up. So maybe there was an actual death and someone was left some type of an inheritance, and thus there is this coinage here, right? This wealth that was acquired, or some type of extra windfall, or some monies that were acquired through that. Um, this could have been a mother figure that passed and left someone something behind. Ooh, ooh. Um, Whatever it is, though, this death, which I also feel like is death to a relationship. The reason I feel like that is because we have the ram here and this stubborn energy. The ram is very stubborn. These horned creatures, right? Very stubborn. Um, and I wanted to clarify that, like, well, who was being stubborn in this situation? It looks like we have the devil card here, which is Capricorn energy, even though it's in reverse. But this is really an energy of just not wanting to break chains and break bonds. It's almost like you want to be in control of something. Like, what is giving me is, you can be in a relationship that is toxic and it's not really good for you, but out of ego, you don't want to look like you failed. So you hold on to it, even though it's past its expiration date, but it's like, I refuse. People were maybe people were rooting for the failure of the relationship. Maybe you were even doubtful in knowing that this situation, because again, 4 cups in reverse, this is about finances. Almost like someone is connected to this relationship because of finances, what it would look like on paper, what it would look like to others, right? This is obviously with the Page of Wands in reverse, someone who is, this is an older woman. This is not a youthful, under 25 age person. This is someone who's, 25, 30 and up. Okay. But also in a very, I want to say like the stagnant energy, a very stagnant energy. There's no movement. Okay. With this being in reverse. So someone who is just kind of staying still, here for looks, here for what it looks like on paper, who never really had the best interest at heart with this rat, right? Someone who, wow, this feels so ugly. I don't even want to finish reading it. Yeah. So, but that's what it is. And someone here is just so stubborn and so prideful that they're just not willing to let go. See, this is in reverse. Even the devil in upright talks about, or really shows up to say, hey, these are things that, look at, you see how they're kind of bound together, but it's nothing tight. All it would take is to just do this, okay, to free yourself, but you're unwilling to do that, okay. um it may be because there's too much help from this feminine. Maybe she offers financial help in the situation, or maybe together you feel like you need this extra situation because some kind of way financially it's helping even divine masculine look good on paper, or helping him to attain some of his goals with the wishbone card, right? Wishes granted, achieve, accomplish some of his wishes, maybe. Or maybe there's just a promise of those things being attained. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be attainable or something like that. Uh, Man, yeah. So let's see. Let's going to take a look into what is keeping this relationship, for those of you separated, in separation. What is keeping this relationship stagnant, Spirit? Wow, all these cards popped out, and I'm going to take every last one of them because it's a message. Someone just not being truthful and honest with this mask. Someone hiding behind falsities, right? someone not at a balance, someone not connecting to their divine other half. This is a balance, right? Um, so someone who is just not really comfortable, maybe even someone who was just not. I almost feel like with this peacocking, right? This is a very prideful masculine. So that means that he really isn't very much in touch with his own divine, with his feminine side, excuse me. Thus, he's not, right? As above, so below, as within, so without. So it's almost like whatever is happening in his physical world, of course, is happening, or excuse me, in his inner world, isn't, you know what I'm saying? It's happening in his outer world. So this is just an indication. It's indicative of what is he's struggling with his own self, his own spirit. And so now this is reflecting, of course, by him rebelling even against the actual divine feminine. Okay. Um, so interesting that this candle will come up because, it only takes one candle to light a whole room. And that room could be as big as you can imagine it, but just one candle will light the whole room. And so, for some of you, this is a reminder to get back to your candle work. Okay, I will encourage that because as long as you're doing workings from a place of love, not trying to possess anyone, but do this in order to. One of the things you can actually do, let me just be very specific, is light a candle and put it in your window that you may guide your divine masculine back home. When I say that, please know that that does not mean he has to come back home to you. Okay? We would like that. That would be awesome. But just come back home to himself, that he may come back home to himself, raise his vibration so that he can see light. He can see the truth come to light. That's really what this is about. And in doing that, then his world is going to start changing. His decisions are going to start changing. Okay? He's going to start transforming his own life. Okay? So this is not for you to control. Ooh, I want him to come hither, come back to me. No, everything you do should be for his greatest good, not for yours. Okay? Um, um, then we have the bell. The bell is really about awakening. I think of alarm, and what I really feel again with this peacock and this, this stubbornness with the ram and this ego here, right? Um, that's because this is about what's hindering this reconnection, and this is just that they're just refusing to awaken, to what is truth. Um, so just needing the truth to come to light. It's almost like they need something drastic, almost traumatic to just shake them like a alarm to awaken them, right? To awaken them. Okay. Eagles are about vision and keen sight, and I think that that's part of the issue here. Like, this masculine is just not really tapping into his inner eagle. He's still down there playing with the chickens. And I know you remember the story of the chicken and the eagle, right? It's like he has been dropped into this coop and he's forgotten who he is, that he's king of the sky. And so, again, something needs to transpire to bring light to who he is so that he can remember. Something needs to shake up his world. Um, And this is, eggs are about a few different things, but particularly fertility. You know, eggs crack open, and so I just feel like something needs to be cracked wide open, especially with this hidden energy of the rat and someone just not being honest or someone being deceitful, withholding things, really kind of working against. And so I do feel like this feminine, divine feminine, does dibble and dabble in magic or in curses. And when I say curses, remember your words are your wand. And so for someone to even speak, over you, not even knowing the power, because many don't know the power of their words, but they speak these into existence anyway, which is why people can continue to curse their finances or curse their living situation or whatever, because they keep speaking negatively on their lives. You know what I'm saying? Over themselves. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm broke, and all those things. And you keep yourself in this stagnant energy of lack of wealth, lack of having enough. You know what I'm saying? Lack, period. And not realizing the power of your words. You have to start changing your words. So I say that to say this, feminine doesn't have to be some witch or magician or, you know, into voodoo, hoodoo, or any of that. You know what I mean? But with her words, she speaks death over the masculine in his situation. It's almost like I can hear someone saying, until you do right by me, you know what I'm saying? Or, you need to get your shit together, right? Or, if you leave me, that's why you ain't gonna never leave, right? Those types of things. And so when that is spoken, it's almost like it's putting a spell over this masculine because he does not recognize what's happening. And so he's not protecting himself nor giving energy to protecting himself and reversing those words or those curses. Okay. And then there's just this lack of peace and harmony in one's life. And that these are the things that are keeping this connection just at a in separation. Okay. Um, what needs to be healed, spirit? Go back to my tea leaf cards. I'm recording. I'm recording. I'm recording. So, let's see. I'm sorry that as many interruptions as happens in this particular reading is about right, because on this path of um, twin flames, it's like I almost feel like every time the masculine gets ready to reach out, or when he even thinks about you, like something comes up as a distraction, and it kind of yanks him back to, like, no, I can't do it. It's cheaper to keep her, or no, I can't do it. I can't do that. She probably ain't even really fooling with me right now. She probably doesn't even want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've messed up so bad, or I just, whatever. Like, all the things that, you know, jolt him, he feels, back into his reality, which we know is really just an illusion, delusion. Okay. Oh, this wanted to come out. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this person is in a relationship with a younger woman. And the thing about it, let's see what, because I'm asking what needs to be healed. So, hmm. Okay, so, hmm, wow. So this knot represents unsuccessful plans. Remember, I just said that I feel like every time the masculine wants to kind of rectify something, heal something with the feminine, like there's something that interrupts. Um, this is the card of vacation. The kite card is about vacation. We'll clarify that shortly. Time apart. Um, psychic ability, trust your intuition. So he, yeah. Okay. So something's going on here. There's a woman that's being dealt with. It's just, this particular relationship. I think many of you know this, right? There's always been some type of third party energy here, or whatever. So there is a woman. We've already clarified that, which I still believe is this Queen of Cups here. That is, it's almost like this. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Spirit. So this younger woman represents this woman who is pretty much the Queen of Cups. Let me reverse what I just said, because I said this woman. This woman is my divine feminine. Okay, this is you. Not literally the way she looks, but you. Okay. So there's two women here. There's this younger woman, I think someone who's a bit younger than the divine feminine, even if it's just by a year or two, but she's younger. I do think that there's also this rooster, which is a person who, it represents someone that you don't want to make angry or upset, someone who's very boastful and proud. So I think this woman is also very boastful and proud. But I also think, with not wanting to make upset, that this divine masculine views the divine feminine as someone he doesn't want to upset as well. Okay? So it's because it's just a trip how this is like laid right here in the middle of these two women. He is definitely not looking, he's not utilizing this eye. He's not tapping into his intuitive nature, his intuitiveness, or his magic. And so, therefore, again, there's just this energy of stagnancy and stuck, right? Um, so, again, this resorts to unsuccessful plans, and unfortunately, there needs to be some type of vacation time. I think this person dreams of a time apart from this other woman to be able to gain clarity, to be honest, or just space from whatever reality they've created with one another. It just hasn't happened. Typically, when vacations happen, it's almost like, if they happen, it's expected for them to happen together as a family unit or something like that. But they haven't really given themselves space away to really go inward, okay, and to really reflect or go into hibernation mode and really just gain clarity, especially when it comes to this third eye knowledge, this third eye energy, just really going within, okay. So I'm going to stop there. What we're going to do now is just kind of look into what the messages are for my divine feminines and any changes that are underway for this particular relationship. So let's look into that. What are the changes for this relationship, Spirit? Mm. Okay, so the changes that are underway at this time, this is healing from the past. Okay, so there is healing underway. Even if this healing is just for you, divine feminine, to really just continue to do whatever work you're doing, to one, ground yourself, two, to get yourself in a place of just, I want to say, one, self-care, self-restoration, self-reciprocity, giving back to yourself. And then also getting yourself to a place where you're not even, if you're not there already, where you're not even really focusing so much on the journey anymore, but you're just very open. It's like if you light that candle and put it in your window, it's like, hey, I'm going to let the candle do the work. I'm going to let spirit do the work. I'm going to let the divine do the work. I've done what I needed to do. I've prayed. I've meditated. I've, put a candle in the window so he can find his way home. I'm just, now I can let go. I could just let spirit do what it does. Let universe do what it does. Let universe conspire. And even if the end result of that is that we may not come together, I say this all the time, but we may not come together this lifetime, or we may not come together for a while. I'm okay with that. Let love in. I just feel like I have to keep saying that. Let love in whatever way it shows up for you. Okay? Um, but I do feel like the divine masculine has some healing to do from the past as well. And I do believe that is underway. I do believe that's why some are so quiet and in hermit mode right now, because they are undergoing a transformation and a healing. So while all of this is happening, they're processing this and trying to come back to themselves. And that's part of the healing process. Okay. Um, Forgiveness. So forgiveness needs to take place. Forgive the masculine. The masculine needs to forgive himself. The masculine needs to forgive this relationship in any way that he feels like he's been hurt. Like forgiveness is underway. Someone is doing the work, and whether that's you masculine or whether that's you feminine, remember you guys are each other's mirrors. So what you do does affect the other half. Okay. Um, And I can hear many of you saying, well, I've already forgiven. I'm already, or whatever. But if it's coming up, there's still some residue. There's still something that needs to be let go of. Something that needs to still be healed. And so a part of that healing is forgiveness. Okay. Um, Grief work. You know, I feel like for some of you, I need to say, grieve this time. Grieve the relationship and let it go. Grieve and let it go. For others of you, this is literal grief work. You are going through something. There's a lot of death happening on the planet and has been since really before COVID, but especially during COVID and afterwards. There is a great reset that we're in the middle of. And there are people, including our parents and, our newer ancestors now, and many others much younger. A lot of young people are leaving the planet and transiting off of here. But this is by divine design. They knew they were coming here for a short time. That's my belief. I know that we know before we come here that we have a mission. We have lessons to learn. And sometimes we get them and sometimes we don't. But there is no good or bad in that. There's no happy or sad in that. There just is, right? So many came to help us into this transitional stage, but they didn't come to stay through it. And some came, maybe like you and I, to be here to see it all, to be the freedom fighters. You know what I'm saying? For this time, for such a time as this, for this um, transformation of this planet, of this collective, even, right? So, but grieve what needs to be grieved. Okay, forgive what needs to be forgiven, so that you can put an end to this era. Okay, because this is the end of an era. For some of you, this is the last cycle that you will go through. This is the last cycle that you will go through with this type of separation. Okay, because some of you, many of you actually, came here to heal this to heal through this process and to heal this relationship so that you can come together. I don't want to get too deep on this 144,000, but to heal and come together, because we have great, powerful, magical work to do together this incarnation. Okay? So trust in that, even if it's apart from each other, just trust in that. And then we have hobbies. So this is just a reminder that someone needs to get back to their hobbies. If it's working out, if it's dressing well, dressing yourself up, keeping yourself, clean and together. If it's, working on cars or fixing things or putting things together, puzzles, I don't care, whatever it is, your hobbies. For some of you, your hobbies may be what your next career choice may be, because it may bring um, harvest to you. Okay, For others of you, you need to do these, get back to your hobbies and your favorite things because it relaxes you, it restores you, it puts you in a peaceful mind frame. I was looking for my harp. Yep, it's right here for the harp card. Because this is about harmony and peace. When you hear a harp, you just want to sit back and just, you feel like you're in the angel realm or something, right? So, this is just about getting back to, I don't want to say to who you are, but what you love. Okay, that it may either bear fruit for you or that it will help to restore you. Okay, replenish you, bring you ease and harmony and peace. Any messages from the Divine Masculine? So basically, Divine Masculine wants to say, um, bear with me because I'm still very insecure. I recognize that you're a priestess. I recognize your energy. I feel your energy. You are magical, and I feel your vibes. Um, there is a snake amongst me, and this is something that I know intuitively, although I refuse to know it. But by and by, as time goes on, um, I will get clear. I'll get a clear picture of what it is that I desire so that I can attract it quickly. Um, I'm proceeding with caution, but I also know that there are many colors in the spectrum. I know that you are my jewel. I know with you that I am on top of the world. And this is the last time you'll cry because truth comes to light and it's coming in quickly. Take care of yourself. Okay? And that's it. And it's funny because on the bottom it says someone is thinking of you. Okay? Well, those are the messages from my Divine Masculines. I'd also like to pull a couple of charms if you guys will allow it. We have a little bit more time. Hmm. So we have a couple of butterflies that came out. So there's lots of transformation happening here. There's actually three. And three is always a sign to me of, the angels conspiring. Um, just reminding you that you're on the right path. Um, you're on the right path and that your angels are supporting you. Um, it's also about transformation, right? The three. Um, I'm looking at blue, I'm looking at green, so I'm looking at heart chakra. I'm looking at third eye chakra. We have leaves here, several different types of leaves as well. And so this to me is representative of, death and transformation as well. Death and rebirth, I should say, because leaves fall. They have a purpose. Um, they fall from the tree, they go back to the earth, and with that soil, they further help to feed and generate, right? Um, the tree and make room for that which will come and those who come after them. It also represents fall, so maybe fall is a very pivotal time. Either someone's birthday could possibly fall in the fall, or this could be about the time that you may actually recognize some type of change, or some type of outreach or reaching out, some type of communication or a run in or something to the tune of that is coming up for me for some of you. Uh, I'm still recording, baby. I'm still recording, sweetheart. So this is a crown, representing what I would say is a true queen. um, Royalty, knowing who you are, leadership. Okay, this gives me alpha, decision maker, right? Um, mm, and you are the anchor. It's a literal anchor here. They're so tiny, it's hard for me to kind of, but it's literal anchor. Okay. Yeah. I have a little girl here with her hair combed to the side, and this is really reminds me of your inner child. Remember to feed your inner child. I think life, like I said, has been lifing, and many of us have truly forgotten to just have fun, to laugh, to play, to just let your hair down. Remember to have fun. There's a lot of shark energy here, like this alpha, I gotta get it, get it, get it, get it, da 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 da, right? But this just reminds us to just embrace our inner child, to remember to have fun, to remember to laugh, even in the face of adversity. Laugh. It's so crazy because I told you guys in the beginning of this that I lost my father on Friday. Well, I didn't say when, but it just happened, and today is now Monday. And I mean, when I tell you I have laughed this weekend, there was so many funny things coming up that made me laugh. I mean, I was like tears, but then I just started laughing. And every time I just was like, okay, give thanks because this is not a sad time, it's a happy time. And I've just been needing that. And I just feel like that was even my father because, we'd have funny moments. That's one of the things I will always remember his laugh when something, um, was funny to him or whatever, even when he cracked himself up. So just so awesome. But remember that, okay? A heart for love, of course. But the heart, remember I said that heart chakra came up for heart healing. So I think that's very important for someone. Again, we have a message of love here. Um, And it says forever. And to me, what that really represents is that, this love is forever. It doesn't matter what it's looking like here, in this physical manifestation right now today, but this is a forever love. This twin flames is the other half of your soul, honey. It's not going nowhere. Okay? And then with this bow, it's almost like not tying the knot, I'm not going to say that, but just like when you think of a bow, there are strands. There's something that links you, ties you together. It keeps it together because it's tied in the middle. So this is something that is tied, okay? You guys are tied together in love unconditional, okay? Okay, so basically we have Mercury retrograde. This is about communication. There being some stagnancy in communication. We have High Priestess. Know who you are, your magical, beautiful self, that you are magical. You can manifest whatever it is that you want, as long as it's coming from a place of love and as long as it's for your best interest and it's in alignment with universe, okay? And your angel guides and ancestors are helping you at this time. They are here. Um, yeah. All right, my lovelies, that's it and that's all. I hope you enjoyed your reading as much as I enjoyed giving it for you. And until next time, which I promise will be soon, I love you. Be well. Wholeness.